Hey there, and welcome back to the Ja Live channel. I'm, of course, Ja, and I'm continuing to work my way towards these 100 live guitar practice streams, and today embarked on day 99. I'm so close to being there. Just want to thank you all so much for tuning in, joining my journey from time to time. It greatly means a lot to me, so thank you so much for that. As always, I like to, challenge you as well, invite you to, pick up the guitar, or, if you're not into music and you're just a friend or something like that, or family or something like that stumbled across my videos, I challenge you as well to, start a goal for yourself, start a challenge for yourself, and really go for something that could, impact your life or change your life for the better. I promise you, it'll really mean a lot inside of you when you go for something that's satisfactory and you achieve it. So anyways, if you're into like guitar and music and things like that, I invite you to pick up your guitar and follow along. Let's learn some tips. Let's learn some practice exercises. And ultimately, let's just have some fun. Because as Russ always says, there is no destination. You just need to have fun along the way. Because, once you get to that destination, there's always something more. Some, different practice exercise, a different technique, another, thing of knowledge to learn. There's always, something more. So just have fun throughout the journey. If you're interested in guitar and want to continue learning, I would appreciate a subscribe. That would mean a ton to me. As you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, we'll be getting into some more finger exercises, still trying to get, some understanding, some control, some uh, building that dexterity, to be able to play lead guitar as well as rhythm guitar. So going to do a lot of finger exercises today, some hammer-ons, some pull-offs, and some sliding, things like that. And then ultimately we'll get into the pentatonic scale and try those hammer-ons, pull-offs, and sliding within the pentatonic scale after we do some exercises. But first, let's go ahead and dive on in to some exercises. First, we'll start with the hammer-ons. That way I can continue, getting comfortable and understanding how that works. When you really hammer it on, you don't just like lay the finger down on it. You really do kind of hammer it on. On the pull-off, you don't just kind of pull it straight perpendicular off of the strings. You kind of do it like a 45-degree angle. It kind of plucks the string as it comes away from the strings. So just want to continue building that understanding and bonding with this guitar, right? These are all just straight live recordings, so no green screens, no cuts, no edits to make me sound better, or take away where I can't find my words or whatever. It's all just straight recording. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get this hour practice session underway. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start on the first string, first fret. Just going to walk up the strings, practicing my hammer-ons. Then when I go back down the strings, I'll be working on my pull-offs. So first I'm going to do it with the middle finger. Now going back down, I'll do pull-offs. Second string. Third string. Pull-offs going back down. 5th string. Sixth string. Okay, so that was with the first finger doing all of the normal notes, and then the middle finger doing all the hammering on or the pulling off. Now I'm going to go do the same thing, starting back on the first string, first fret, but instead of using my middle finger to do the hammering on and pulling off, I'm going to use my ring finger, right? We want to train each finger to be able to do all the different techniques, whether it's a bend, a hammer on, a pull off, whatever it might be. We want to be able to, have a little bit of control with all of our fingers. So that's all we're working on here, just trying to bond with this guitar. And, then after these 100 days, after this project is complete, then I'll start getting into some songs and things like that. But just wanted to kind of do a lot of fundamental things throughout these 100 days and just kind of figure out how to crawl around this thing, right? I don't want to can't really play a whole bunch of songs in 100 days, right? If you've never even put a guitar around your shoulder or strummed some strings before. Like I said in some previous videos, first time I ever even put the guitar on, I had it around, both arms, around the neck, over both shoulders like a necklace. So I had no idea what I was doing. Couldn't do a single thing on here without it sounding muffled and like complete crap. So even worse than I sound now. Yes. Go back and look at those first videos. So anyways, we're continuing to work on our control, our dexterity, our things like that. So here, enough talking. Let's get into more hammer-ons and pull-offs with the ring finger this time. Now pull off. Second string. Third string. Full step. So that's hammer-ons with the and pull-offs with the ring finger. Now, of course, we want to be able to do it with all of the fingers. So now we're going to start back over and we're going to use the pinky, right? Got to get the little guy involved. Make sure it's participating. So, step and a half away. Tone and a half. Trying to get accurate with that pinky. Try getting it on the tip of the finger, not like halfway, not halfway like laid down like this or sideways, but nope, right on the tip of the finger. And as close to that other metal fret as you can. Okay, let's try the fourth string. All right, so that's hammer-ons with the middle, ring, and pinky finger. So again, want to make sure we practice with all the different fingers. That way we're comfortable doing it with any finger that's necessary when a song, approaches. Just like we try bending with all the different fingers. We try sliding with all the different fingers. We do finger picking, not just with the thumb, but we try it with all the different fingers, right? So we want to be able to control all 10 of these fingers and, really have that accuracy, really have that understanding. So again, these 100 days is not about shredding and playing songs and stuff like that. You're not going to get, excellent at really anything in 99 days, 100 days, whatever it might be. So just keep laying those bricks. And after, a couple years, not a couple days, you'll really start to understand it. You'll really start to be comfortable with it. And you'll really start to be one with, that instrument or whatever you're trying to learn, right? You'll become one with it if you continue it. If you, like they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's not just for mathematics and things like that. It's for anything, right? if you put it down for 6 years and you try doing something again, you probably won't remember it that much. You read a book and you just kind of toss it back on the shelf, and you never ever reflect on that book and go back and review your highlights or review your underlines. Yeah, for a couple months you might still remember some things about the book or whatever, but come years later you won't really remember a whole lot. So you got to keep sticking with it if you really want to be great with it. So continuing to lay the bricks, continuing to put a little bit of water in the bucket every single day. Eventually it'll be full and overflowing, and then I can really teach other people. But hopefully, even as a beginner, I'm able to teach another beginner who's trying to struggle through this instrument, or that's losing some motivation or losing some inspiration. Hopefully I can say something that a light bulb goes off, or all of my videos struggling just shows that, hey, it takes the struggle to get there. So it'd be nice if John Mayer and Youngblood and Machine Gun Kelly and Eric Clapton, it'd be nice if we could go back and find videos of them in their very beginning phases of them absolutely sucking. That would be awesome to show, because we only see them on stage, we only see them in the limelight, we only see them as famous, rich, awesome, idolized millionaires, icons that'll probably never die. People will always remember certain people's names and certain people's art, but they too, I promise you, Jimi Hendrix, Prince, Slash, all of them, they struggled just as much as we all are. So they just did it in the dark when no one was really watching, whereas I'm having the courage and the discipline to get on here and put myself out there for the world to laugh at. So hopefully you guys can appreciate that, and be kind with me, and be kind and patient with yourself, because everybody goes through it, right? And it's not just with the guitar, it's with any sport, any type of knowledge, anything that you do in life, right? Like I said in a couple other videos, Elon Musk didn't build a rocket in 100 days, right? He's wrote thousands of books and networked and socialized and met so many other bright minds. So, just takes time. Stick with it. You'll get there. All right, now let's do some, I'm just going to mess around for just a little bit longer with some hammer-ons and pull-offs. Instead of going up the string, I'm going to try to go, across the neck. Okay, now that I've done it with the middle finger, let's go back up. And again, instead of going up and down the strings, we're going to go across the neck of the guitar. So now I want to do it with my ring finger. Hammer-ons. Slider fret, do pull-offs. Hammer-ons. Slider fret, new pull-offs. Slider fret, new hammer-ons. All right, now let's do it with the pinky finger. So back to the top and try it with the pinky finger. Again, going across the neck instead of up and down the strings, we're going across. Hammer-ons. Slide and do pull-ups. All right, so obviously still making some mistakes, right? Still not perfect, but it's going to take more than these 100 days to be able to, make an album or get on stage somewhere or something like that. So again, just building fundamentals, just trying to bond with this guitar, just trying to learn how to crawl, right? Next 100 days, might start trying to learn how to walk, play some songs, things like that. 100 days after that, maybe in the 300, 400 hour range, 400 day range, maybe then start, maybe going from the walking to the jogging phase, right? So laying more bricks every single day. Some days you might be able to get in hour and a half, 2 hours worth of practice. Maybe, other days you might only be able to get 15 minutes, 25 minutes. That's okay. If you can grab it, get a little bit of exercises in, play a couple little songs for a couple minutes. Hey, you're working, you're trying to memorize muscle memory, dexterity, control, speed, all of those things. It builds and builds and builds. I promise you. I've been trying to myself personally. I've been trying to learn Portuguese. I've been on the Duolingo app and the Hello World app, and I've been messing around these apps for 2.5 years. Every single day. I've not really missed a day. Every now and then, sure, I might miss like one day or something like that, but there's streaks on there, so you can't miss too many days in a row. So no, I've been putting in all kinds of time, 2.5 years worth, I'm over 860 days or something like that now. So, but you think I'm just able to, perfectly speak in Portuguese and their accent and everything and just sound like I'm a native? No way. It's still butchered. I don't have the opportunity to truly practice with the locals and things like that living in America. But, I do my best to practice. And if I need to read something, I'm a lot sharper. I can read a lot, maybe not communicate very sharply. But again, I'm going to continue laying those bricks. And eventually one day it might take, 3.5 years. It might take 5.5 years. It might take me taking a trip down to South America, to Brazil, or over to Europe, to Portugal, or something like that, and really, indulging in their culture and communicating with them on a daily basis when I go to the restaurants, when I go to the supermarkets, when I go trying to get transportation from this place to that place, and really, use the skills that I have. So don't think that you're not improving every single day. I know sometimes you look back and you're like, man, I've been doing this for, 100 days and I'm still messing up on some basic hammer-ons. I'm still messing up on some basic chords and stuff. And, another string gets plucked and accidentally rings out. It's okay. It's okay, because I promise you, even Slash and Kirk Hammett And, all these other people, they still mess up and goof up. It's just that they're so good that they hurry up and disguise it as well when they do mess up. So it's going to happen. Just keep putting in the time, keep coming back, and keep being disciplined. You will grow, no matter what it's with. Whenever you fall off the wagon, get back on it as soon as you can. When you fall off the horse, get back on the saddle and keep on going as quick as you can, right? So I know there's probably a lot of people out there, I know especially in my own personal family, and I know all around the world, sucking on them stupid cancer sticks. Man, please put those down. Sit on your hands, tape them together, research, try different things, listen to other people's stories, because everybody's going to be different. But if you continue to repeat the same habits, you're never going to change anything. If you break the habit, you break the mold, you start growing, you start learning something, right? Rather than watching TV every single night, I decided to start doing some Portuguese every single night. Instead of, scrolling through social media in the morning, I pick up the guitar and I play that in the morning. So, rather than just not learning anything from watching TV and scrolling through social media, I'm picking things that will make me a better person, that could possibly bring me happiness and enjoyment into my life. Maybe even someday another type of income, right? I could go to local places and maybe play some music for them or something like that and make some money. Or I could maybe go and go into a international business that speaks Portuguese or something like that. So, again, just stick with it. When you fall off the wagon, get back on as quick as you can and continue researching ways that will work for you, so that way you can grow and you can overcome and break the bad habits and get into some useful habits that'll benefit you. And then also, you never know who you're inspiring, who's looking up to you. So you never know, the little things that you do that you might think is only harming yourself actually could be harming the people around you that are actually, inspired by you and looking up to you. So for those of you out there, my friends, my family, I'm wishing you the best on your journeys of recovery and quitting those terrible substances and things like that. So I can't say that, never drink a drop of alcohol if I've drank alcohol, can't say, things like that. It's not about never, ever, 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 ever doing anything. It's just about controlling it. That's it. Because you can overeat, you can overdrink, you can oversmoke, you can overexercise, you can have too much sex, you can overdo anything. I see these big challenges about like drinking a gallon of water a day. Well, yeah, for some people that might be beneficial, could be useful. For other people, you could probably harm yourself and hurt your insides by drinking that much water, right? So, everything should be, in a balance, right? So can't just exercise every single day, pushing yourself to the max and not allowing yourself to recover. You'll tear yourself, right? Just like you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes every single day or drinking back 12 beers every single day, right? You need to, kind of cut it back every now and then. You control it and don't allow it to control you. But now we're going to switch over into some other exercises. I'm going to try to do some sliding here. I'm going to continue building my skills with this guitar, trying to bond with it. All right, let's try going down here on the 7th fret. I'm just going to do some sliding, going 1 fret away from the home base. I'm going to start on 7. I'm going to slide from 7 to 8, and then back to 7. Then I'm going to slide from 7 to 6, and then back to 7. Then I'm going to go to the 5th string, do the same thing, and then keep working my way to the 1st string, and then back up. Then I'm going to do that with the index finger, then the middle finger, then the ring finger, then the pinky finger. Again, because we want to have control and comfortability doing it with any finger. So that's sliding 1 fret from the home base. Let's try that again. That's sliding 2 frets away from the home base. So I'm going to put my index finger to start on the 6th string, 7th fret. I'm going to slide from the 7th fret to the 9th fret, back to the 7th fret, then from the 7th fret to the 5th fret, back to the 7th fret. And I'm also trying to do alternate picking with the right hand. Let's go back the other direction. So it's a down pick, up pick. Down pick, up pick, down pick, up pick, down pick, up pick. Let's try it with the second finger, the middle finger. Sliding 2 frets. Let's start over. It's a down pick, then an up pick. All right, now let's try it with the pinky, sliding 2 frets. Again, these other fingers are kind of laying down on the strings. I know when I first started, days and days ago, I would slide and I'd have all of these fingers up off of the strings trying to do my sliding. Well, I've learned that that's not the best technique. These fingers need to be down as well. If it's a leading finger, it can't be down, because if you're trying to fret this D and you have this ring or this pinky down, well, now you're fretting an E. So if it's in front of the fingers or on top of, these are the higher notes, these are the lower notes. So if it's higher than, it kind of has to be floating up off of the strings. But what I like to call them is trailing fingers. If it's the fingers below, then those fingers can actually be down and should be down on the strings for support. For if you need to muffle or mute some strings, if you need to bend some strings, if you need to do a hammer on or a pull off or whatever it might be, you need to build that habit of keeping those fingers down rather than having, one finger sliding and doing all the bending. You need those other fingers for support. So I'm trying to work on that and practice that as well. All right, where were we? I don't really remember, but let's just go back with the index finger on the 7th fret. And now we're going to try sliding 3 frets away from the home base. So it'll be 7 to 10, back to 7, then 7 to 4, back to 7. Down pick, then an up pick. Trying to stop accurately, right? You can just hear I slid over too far there, but it's going to happen. We're less than 100 days even in, so be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, smile, laugh at your mistakes. It's okay. If you're not failing, it's because you're not even trying. When you're not trying, that's the real failure. If you're continuously trying things and continuously failing, you're going to be a success. That failure word or failing is a misunderstood word. No, not even trying are the failures. If you continuously try and try and try and try and fail and reflect and learn from that failure and try again and fail and reflect with that failure and learn something from it and then try again, become a better person each and every time, then you're still a winner. You're still a success in my eyes, in my book, and you will continue to prosper in life. Let's go 3 frets. So like 2, then 1. Let's try that again. I'm on the 3rd string right now. See? Trying to get accurate. If I want to go 3 frets, I need to go 3 frets. If I want to go 3 frets, I'm not supposed to go 2 frets, but every now and then it happens. Keep working through it. All right, climb back the other direction. Alternate picking. Down, up. All right, now let's try it with the middle finger, sliding 3 frets. All right, let's try with the pinky now. Sliding 3 frets. Other trailing fingers are down on the strings for support. Feels so weird. All right, let's try it one more time, starting with the index. Now we're going to try to slide 4 frets from the home base. So 7 to 11, 7 to 3, 7 to 11, 7 to 3. Sliding 4 frets. All right, start with the index. Alternate picking. Down, up, down, up. Ugh. I'm gonna start over on that because that's just trash. Now I'm doing it with the middle finger, sliding 4 frets. Alternate picking. Here we go. With the ring finger now, trying to slide 4 frets away. All right, now let's try it with the pinky. 4 frets. All right, so that's sliding with the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, all sliding 1 fret from the home base, 2 frets from the home base, 3 frets from the home base, and 4 frets from the home base. Again, just trying to get that understanding of what does it even feel like to slide around with those different fingers and to go, small distance, whether it's a half step away or it's a big distance, like 2 steps away or something like that. So just again, trying to build comfortability and understanding with this guitar, trying to bond with it. So that way, hopefully when it comes time to play songs, it's not the first time I've tried to do some sliding and I'm falling off the string and I don't really understand. It's not the first time I've done a hammer on or a pull off. I don't really understand. I've done a couple hundred of them or something like that. So just trying to bond with this and then start playing some songs after this project's over with. But I'm going to go ahead and transition a little bit here. Just want to go ahead and mention, though, if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate the subscription. I think there's a little icon over here in the corner that you can click on. But please subscribe to the channel. If you're a friend, family, if you're just a fan wanting to support and learn the guitar yourself or learn some instruments yourself, I'd appreciate the subscribe. Also, I leave my notes in the pinned comment section below. So I know all of these things that I'm doing is just a live recording. So I don't have like cool pop-ups and graphics and editing going on right now. That's for some videos later. So make sure you subscribe for those. But steal my notes down in the pinned comment section so that way you have them for your practice session. And also while you're down there, leave a comment of your own. Let me know what you think of the video, of the sound, of the lights, of, whatever you would like. I'd appreciate some constructive feedback so that way I can grow, right? I can only see things from one perspective, from one vantage point, which is my own. And oftentimes it's biased. So I'd appreciate some feedback, won't hurt my feelings, I want to be able to grow and learn. So I make sure I read all the comments and respond accordingly. So I'd appreciate that feedback. And then last but not least, if you could smash the like button, that would greatly be appreciated, right? All the time, energy, commitment, a little bit of money for lights, setup, things like that goes into these videos. And then just the courage and the discipline to put myself out there for the world to potentially laugh at with the way of the internet and trolls these days. I'd appreciate it if you smash the like button. Tell YouTube's algorithm that, hey, these are some videos that people are liking. Someone else could probably benefit from these videos. I really hope that I can help another beginner stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep going. So anyways, just wanted to get that little plug in there. But let's get back to the real reason we're here. That's obviously playing guitar and bonding with this instrument. So now we're going to try to combine those skills, those hammer-ons, those pull-offs, and those slides. But we're going to do it within the pentatonic scale, right? So first, let's just kind of run through the pentatonic scale again, just to kind of get familiar with where those patterns are on the neck of the guitar. And then after that, we'll get into the hammer-ons and the pull-offs. But just real quick, run through the scales. So there's one of the positions. Here's another position, starting on the fifth fret. Okay, now let's slide down. We'll use our middle finger actually on the 8th fret here to start this position. Okay, we'll slide a whole step away. So our middle finger is on the 10th fret now. So start in this position. So there's another position of the pentatonic scale. And then lastly, we'll slide down, now using our index finger again on the 12th fret 6th string to start this position and this pattern. It goes like this. All right, and there's the pentatonic scale in multiple positions across the neck of the guitar. So now that we have a little bit of a refresher and we're comfortable, we know what we're kind of doing there with the pentatonic scale. Now, again, I want to combine all of these skills that we've been practicing today throughout this hour-long journey and play within the pentatonic scale and do your hammer-ons, do some hammer-ons, do some pull-offs, and do some sliding. So that way, instead of it sounding like that boring old scale, right, try to have some creativity with it, bring some livelihood to it, right? I might not be able to play, super beautiful riff or tone here coming up, but, I just want to play and practice and see what sounds good, see what sounds bad, and, just learn, just have fun, right? If you're constantly trying to do an exercise, or you're constantly trying to play someone else's song, and you're messing up on the exercise, you're messing up on that song, sometimes it can stop being, fun. But if you just kind of toy around, whether it sounds good or sounds bad, and you're learning from that, that can sometimes be fun. So. Beautiful. I think just having fun with it, just exploring, seeing what sounds good, what sounds bad, and just mixing in some different techniques.
Just exploring.
All right, there. That's a wrap on today's hour-long practice session. That is day 99 in the books. I've got one more day to go, one more percentage, and this project is complete. I can move on to some other things, some other projects that I have in mind. So please stay tuned for that. Please subscribe to the channel because there's more videos to come in the future with some edits and things like that. Might not even be guitaring, you know. If you go to my channel, you can kind of see some foreshadowing of some things that I'd like to get into, some projects that I'm working on. So if you're not subscribed, I'd appreciate the subscription. That would mean a ton to me. Also, you can hang out in the comment section after this. Let me know what you think of the video, of the sound, the quality, whatever it might be, the lighting, the outfit, the stickers on the guitar. It doesn't matter. Please leave me some feedback. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, if you could smash the like button just for me getting on here day after day after day and holding myself accountable and hopefully, you know, teaching some other beginner, inspiring some other beginner to keep going and showing the actual struggle from the beginning, that would be a blessing of mine. So please smash that like button, tell YouTube that, hey, this is a video that someone could benefit from. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Other than that, I believe there's some floating videos on the screen now. This one has the all 100 videos that I've been building right here. So it should be 99 in there. Tomorrow there'll be 100. Over here is the next video in the sequence. So make sure you check those out. Continue supporting the channel. Thank you so much for that. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Peace, and I love you. Lace up. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.